In this 11Sight review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the software 11Sight. If you have any questions, please be sure to comment them down below, and I'll also be sure to leave a discount link down there so you can always get your money's worth for 11Sight. 11Sight is a software where you can connect with anyone using a one-click video and audio calls tool. So this is what you should see once you are first signing in or logging into the software. So this is pretty much the main page for the 11Sight software. There's a lot going on, so for beginners it could be overwhelming or confusing, but I'm going to go through each feature really quickly, and then throughout the review I'm going to dive deeper into each feature. So straight up in the top left hand corner we have the 11Sight logo, which is actually clickable like most softwares are these days, and you can go ahead and click on that and get back to the main page or wherever it takes you. Right below that we then have this left hand side navigation, which is used to go ahead and actually navigate the software. So we have the home section in this, history section, profile view, availability, greetings, campaign management, organization members, settings, organization management, reporting, billing, help center, and product feedback. So then if we go all the way back to the top of that, we again have the 11Sight logo. You can go ahead and go to the right and we actually have a mail section and a help center button right there, which is also down here again in the help center. All the way to the right of this top bar we then have the language and whether it's available or not, and then you can also go ahead and actually access your account all the way in the top right hand corner. So in this main page is where everything will be going on, and as we navigate through the software on the left hand side, this is where everything would appear. So now I'm going to go ahead and dive into the features and pretty much dive into each section thoroughly throughout this software. So in this home section we're going to dive into this first, but there's not too much going on here, so I can go ahead and quickly run through this. So it says hello, a nice little greeting which is good for the software to use, and then you have your latest calls and meetings. You can go ahead and see all straight from this sort of dashboard page right here by clicking see all. Right below that we then have the no calls yet section, or the calls section, which it actually says if you've not done so already, download the mobile app and log in. To test drive the app, go ahead and call yourself by clicking your button. So you can click this button to call me now, and it pretty much goes ahead and actually tests the call me now button for this section. All the way to the right we then have the button views and the tracker views, where you can go ahead and change these as well if you want to do that. And then the App Store and the Google Play Store is right below that if you want to go ahead and actually use it on your mobile phone. So now moving on to the navigation section, we're going to go on to the history section. Next we have now this history section where it should show all of your calls histories and all of your last updated calls. So right here it says no calls yet because we don't have any calls, but it says if you've not done so already, download the mobile app. So again, it tells you to download the app right here. Once you've gone ahead and actually had calls though, all you have to do is search it here or even filter by call type, and they should start appearing right here in the call section. Right there you have an export button if you want to go ahead and actually export the calls and pretty much just have a document that has all your past calls on it. Back to the left hand side we then next have the profile view, which is again just a profile view section. We have it in the top right hand corner, but you can actually access it here through the navigation section. You can again use the call me now button to test the call and then also visit your virtual office. Cool little feature, and we're going to go ahead and visit that now by clicking on the button. So once it's loaded you can go ahead and actually see you are in your meeting. So you can go ahead and join the meeting or even start your own meeting and then click join meeting as well. You can choose these buttons to go ahead and show different screens or different microphones, but I can't use it right now because I'm using my webcam and microphone. Pretty self-explanatory, it's just a call section. Next, all the way back on this page, we can also edit the profile if you want to, and share your profile if you want to go ahead and share your profile to anyone else who has this software. Back to the left hand side navigation section, we are now moving on to the availability. On the availability section we have your organization and how you can actually manage your availability time. So you have the organization right here, which you can select if you have multiple, and then you can also select the user or team if you have multiple. Right here we can change the availability schedule from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, all the days of the week. You can choose whether you want to be available or not, and again you can change the times, which is a cool little feature for this software. Pretty much just helps you plan out your days and times, so it's more good for you to use as you go through the software and better featured to you. Next, on the greetings section we can start going through the organization and the greetings for this software. All you got to go ahead and do is click the organization again like the availability section and select the user or team, and then all you have to do is click edit and you can edit your message whether you are during available hours or during unavailable hours. You can edit these and change them just like this, kind of like a document, and start editing the text and the fonts and everything like that. So you just have to click on this and pretty much change it if you want. We're just going to write in reviews for the sake of this review, just to show you can change it, or even start recording if you want to add a recording to your video. You can also add a URL if you want to actually add that as well. Once you are finished with all of your changes and you are happy with your changes, just click Save Changes, and it should now save your changes right here. Next, we're going on to the campaign management section, and this actually has loads of mini sections right beneath that. We have trackers, QR codes, short URLs, and buttons. We're going to quickly go through these to go ahead and see the features really quickly, since it is a miniature section. So on the trackers, again, we can select the organization and user or team, and then this is where you add your tracker. All you have to go ahead and do is click create, and you can create your tracker right there. Next is the QR codes, which is the exact same thing, but it's just for a QR code. You go onto this and then click your QR code, and you can download it straight from this page, your personal QR code, from your profile page or even your call link. On the short URLs, again, the same section, you have your organization and user or team, and you can actually have a short URL right here to a different link type. So you can go through these and customize them to your own liking and have your personal short URL. And finally, on the campaign management, we have the buttons, which is again the same up here, but you can actually add your new button. So right here we have a default video button and a profile button and a roll-up button, but you can also add your own button by clicking create new button style. Next, all the way back to the organization members, you can actually click on this and change the members or even see the members in your organization. Again, select your organization here if you have multiple, and then you can actually search your contacts. If you've added anyone into your contacts, they should appear here, and you can choose to video call them, just normal call them, chat, or even leave them a message. And then again, they should appear on the right hand side. On the settings section, you can actually change a profile edit, account information, e-line configurations and e-room configurations, but now we're going to move on to the organization management. So on this, you can actually set it up through users, teams, multi-line buttons and conference rooms, and you can also change the organization level settings through e-line settings and e-room settings. Go through this in your own time to actually set up the features to your customization and what actually suits you. Finally, we have the reporting section, which is pretty much just a statistics or analytics section for this software. We have the user history, which was all the way at the top, the statistics right here if you have income calls going in and out. You have your email there as well, and then you can also have your hourly distribution once the analytics are coming through. And finally, the block callers, where you can see any block callers you've blocked if you don't want incoming calls from a certain person or number. And then billing, help center, and product feedback, which are self-explanatory and we don't have to go through them features. And that's pretty much it for this software. And there we go, that is it for the 11Sight's software review. Overall, I think it's a really great software, and there's a couple of features that I personally like. Those features consist of how easy it is to actually learn the software and how many features the software actually has. There's a lot of different features that this software includes that actually are relevant and really good within its own software. Kind of like the organization and the management of the whole software and organization of your own, you can go ahead and actually manage it really easy and see who's actually in your organization. Overall, I just like how the software is laid out and how integrated every feature actually is. Would I recommend this to anyone? Yes, I absolutely would. Anyone who needs some sort of organization for their business, or even a call or video meeting software, this is probably one of the best out there for that, since there's a lot of good features that it includes. Would I use it myself? Again, I would actually use it myself if I had a business, and this is a software where I'd go ahead and manage my video calls. Overall, I think it's a really great software. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.